Yeah.
Do you have Nintendo Switch Online? Because you could just play it on there.
Yeah, there's this.
Yeah.
I don't know how good Nintendo's own emulation is. They seem to be outclassed by the fucking hackers half the time anyway. What even is in here these days?
A Link to the Past didn't get a 3DS remake. That was A Link Between Worlds. There was I don't know if it was released on the 3DS. It might have, because they released a couple Super Nintendo games. But no, they haven't remade that game. Yeah, let me...
Breath of Fire 2. And the original Breath of Fire.
You know what's really
Demon's
scummy?
Crest. That's available on this? Kinda cool.
Did you know that, okay, so you remember when they released the first Fire Emblem game in English? And it was only available for a few months, and then they just, like, Disney vaulted it?
Yeah, Nintendo needs to grow the fuck up.
Did you know that game is on the Japanese version of the Nintendo Switch Online Super Nintendo games?
Yeah, it's bullshit.
If you get a Japanese account on your Switch, you can play it, but you have to play it in Japanese.
So,
I don't think
guys,
Nintendo gets...
shall we do it? I've never beat this game before.
Do it. I don't think Nintendo gets enough flack for some of the scummy shit it does. Like, people will, like, complain for, like, a couple days, and then we'll just completely forget about it when they release something new.
The fucking fanboys are stupid.
I still love that one picture.
Like, how come there's still no Nintendo 64 for the Switch? What the fuck, Nintendo?
I still
Eat
love
my
that
ass.
beautiful... Okay.
Sorry.
I love, like, fanboys online who'll just jump into a conversation to defend the most stupid things. Like, that one picture is a screenshot from The Simpsons where there's this dude pointing a gun at a cashier. And it's just, like, legitimate criticism being pointed at a billionaire. And then Apu is just jumping in front of the gun and it's just labeled Weirdos Online. It's one of my favorite pictures to whenever Jeff Bezos does something stupid and people call him out, and then people, like, run to his aid to be like, I have to defend random billionaires. It's my calling. They do that with Nintendo so much.
You know, I really hate that they changed the name from Triforce of the Gods to Link to the Past, because the original one makes a lot more sense. Holy shit, Titus!
Good boy.
What the fuck? Hello, guys!
Let me just...
Welcome on in. We just finished a run through, no deaths, by the way, of Link's Awakening, and we're about to start this on the Switch. Link to the Past.
You know, Titus is a heckin' good pupper.
Well, when is Titus not a good boy? He's so much a good boy. He's always a good boy.
They are the cutest little pupper.
And he was playing Skyward Sword. I guess it's just fucking Zelda night. Get your fluffy ass in here, Titus.
Titus, you are a teacup pup, okay?
Get in here, you cute pupper.
I also see a Darius in the chat. The cutest darn meow I ever did see.
Oh, Darius is adorable. We know this.
Darius is an adorable, handsome purple.
A handsome purple. That's all you're gonna call him, is a purple. Oh, lovely. Yes, he is a cute boy, and thank you ever so much for the raid. Welcome in, everybody. We're doing some more fucking Zelda, because why not? And my hands were hurting a lot playing 7 Days to Die, so we're going retro, bitches! I need to press the right button. Where's the button? There it is! I found the button!
I mean, to be fair, Calamite, that's exactly how Breath of the Wild starts.
Oh my... With Zelda's dad being dead. Don't forget, your uncle dies too.
Poor
this...
Uncle Funkle.
I remember this part. This is so weird. I actually have this, I actually have the cartridge, but I can't use it right now, so unfortunately we're not playing on real hardware tonight. Well, this is technically real hardware, I guess.
For a second, I thought you were going to spell out Lonk. And I was like, yes, Lonk.
Lorgia! Oh, no! No!
Lorgio.
You know what? Hang on, we're just gonna go... We're gonna back out of that. Ah! Fuck it!
Lorgio.
No, that's too memey. You know what? Fuck it. I'm using my Avali's name. Which is technically the little bugger you see on screen. Thank you for the follow. Both Mama Wolf and Jellyfish. Nice to meet you too. Welcome on in. Help me. Please help me. I am a prisoner in the dungeon of the castle. My name is Zelda. The wizard Aghanim has done something to the other missing girls. Now only I remain. Aghanim has seized control of the castle and is now trying to open the Seven Wise Men's Gate. I am in the dungeons of the castle. Please help me. I'ma bite you. I thought you were gonna say l'oregano for a moment, and I'm going like, I'm not a fucking spice.
That's not even a spice, it's an herb.
You and your fucking logic. Oh god, it's having the same
Within.
sparking.
Only Link can defeat Ganon.
Is there
Right,
any...
I'll get my stuff. Squalla, we're off.
You can't use your lamp, you're low on magic, bitch.
Imagine if real medieval was like that. It's like, oh, I can't use my lantern. Why not? Because I haven't drinking any green Gatorade.
I thought it was just grass clippings he blended up.
I like to think it's probably pineapple melon flavored Gatorade. Or not Gatorade, Powerade. The shit is the bomb. If you ever, like, the pineapple melon flavor, trust me, it'll take you to heaven. It'll take you to heaven. They won't slime you back to earth until you're done, and then you'll want more.
But yeah, I've never actually beaten this game. I got to Turtle Rock and rage quit.
To be fair, I haven't either, but that was more because, save battery died.
I didn't want you involved in this. I told you not to leave the house. Take my sword and shield and listen. Focus plan. Blah 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 blah. Save the princess. Zelda is your something.
You know what I see right now?
What?
I see a teacup pup.
A teacup pup?
Yeah.
Yes, it's the cutie! Hello, you lovely bean. How are you?
I had 2 hours of sleep, I have no caffeine, and Skyward Sword makes my joints hurt. I'm ready to take on the world.
You know what? I just really want that to able to play that with a VR controller instead. Hello, fire! Haven't seen you in a while, honey. Welcome on in.
To be frank, the Wii version controls better. The gyro does not remember where you point.
I am not Loregano. I am going to boop you so hard.
Alternatively, Lord Gino.
I am not a Super Nintendo game reference.
Hey, no. Lorgans is way too cheesy to be an herb. He's Lorgonzola.
What?
Lorgonzola.
Lorgonzola.
You fuckers are cursed.
That wasn't my idea.
Hey, surprise, motherfuckers!
So anyways, I started slashing.
I started slashing.
I'm slashing here.
All I know is he's pretty bold rocking that pink haircut.
Yes, pink hair Link.
Oh great, I forgot. By playing through this game, I'm basically going to have people start to pester me about dual randomizers. Shit.
To a multi-world together.
I mean, usually when I'm seeing people play this game, I'm not thinking randomizer. I'm thinking, oh, someone first time?
I got as far as Turtle Rock and Rage Quit.
I've beaten this game once, and then I tried playing again, and I'm like, I remember why I haven't played this again.
Like, some people seem to think it's the best Zelda game. It really isn't. It's a good one, though. And it has a lot of... Yeah?
In my opinion, the best is Majora's Mask, but people will complain about the time limit endlessly.
Oh, come on, you big babies.
You can reset time. It's not even like Persona where you could get partway through your playthrough and figure out that you can only get the bad ending.
I'm gonna have to play Persona 4 eventually, but I need to finish Final Fantasy first. I figure I'm just going to go ahead and stick with... If I don't finish a game and I switch to another, I can't start another in that same genre. Unless it's a multiplayer-only game. Or unless it's something I'm doing for multiplayer streams.
Haha, what is planning? I have no planning.
You just go like, I wanna play this game!
My favorite.
It's not too far off that. I make plans, I set up goals, and then I promptly just...
Leave them in the dirt?
Whatever the fuck you want.
I don't even know. It's not even lack of motivation.
I don't even know anymore.
Look, woof.exe is not smart.
I think you are a very, very smart, precious being.
You're smart enough.
I have common sense. I wouldn't say I'm smart.
No, I think that you're adorable and precious and smart and worthy of hug.
You know who's worthy of hug though? Organs.
I mean, I am gonna squeeze him until he pops.
Oh, no make a valley explode. That's not good.
Yes. Volley go boom.
But hey, at least it'll smell like ammonia everywhere.
Actually, no, I don't go with that preview. I am warm weather adapted, thank you very much.
You're not a Windex turkey?
I am not a Windex turkey.
But now you can't be Protogen toothpaste.
No. I am not Protogen toothpaste. Ah! Dorks.
You are Lorgonzola, though. Because you're so cheesy.
You're the one coming up with all the freaking bad jokes. Fuck.
I came up with one.
I didn't die at all in the previous game, and I just completely screwed the pooch on this one. There's nothing special for getting through without a death anyway, so who gives a fuck? Hello, Riz. What do? I just noticed you can hear the rain outside.
I'm still giggling over Lorganzol.
God, I swear, if it's a food pun, you fucking lose it.
I don't know. Maybe I just have a penchant for nibbling on you.
Well, she's got to spill the tea at some point.
Don't make me spill the tea here. That wouldn't be polite.
Is that used in a specific context I don't know about? Because
It's probably a euphemism, but who knows?
All I'm saying is that if I'm spilling the tea, the floor's getting wet. You know?
Ah! Get off me!
On a totally unrelated note, if you cut your lip, don't drink lemonade, it hurts.
Well, no shit. I don't like how short the sword is!
So a man went to the doctor. He said, "Doctor, I hurt all over." The doctor said, "Show me." So the man took his index finger, he poked himself in the arm, went, "Ow." He poked himself in the foot, went, "Ow." Poked himself on the top of the head, he went, "Ow." The doctor said, "Sir, I believe you have a broken finger."
You know, for a sec, I was thinking too literally there.
I hate
thought,
it.
Oh, fibromyalgia.
There's a possibility I have that, and I'm not. I want to know because I want to, like, be able to deal with it, but I really fucking hope I don't. I have some concerning symptoms that might be fibro, but we're not sure.
Yeah, that'll take, like, lab tests.
It takes, like, a billion tests to figure out if you have fibro, because there's no test that confirms it. All you can do is just rule every other possibility out. Which sucks.
Great. It's one of those diseases.
Yeah. My sister and my aunt both have it, and they both had to go through like 30 different tests to figure out if they had it.
Oof. Oh, I imagine things will speed up a little bit if you have a family
And I
history
had
of
feelings that
fibro.
are getting close. Listen carefully. The wizard is magically controlling all the soldiers in the castle. I fear the verse from my father. The wizard is an inhuman fiend. Yes, I understand. You're crazy. Alright, let's get out of here before the wizard notices it. Secret path, but first we have to go to the first floor. Let's go!
By the way, this implies that all the soldiers you've killed were actually innocent people because they're being brainwashed.
Actually,
So Link is a murderer.
Actually, fun little thing. You can find a soldier that knows something's up and knows he's going to be falling under the under a spell soon.
But that's probably late, or would have been earlier.
Yeah, I didn't want a backseat, but it was earlier.
Little.
Dude. Whenever somebody calls something the Dark Souls of something, all I can think of is that one post. Me sitting in a Starbucks cafe. Barista, I do have to say, this is definitely the Dark Souls of espresso. No, please. Yes, this seat is truly the Mass Effect of chairs. Sir, I'm begging you. Please stop.
No!
Yes.
It's so dumb.
I do have to say, the soy milk in my latte is definitely the fallout of milks.
That is disgusting.
The fallout of milks.
Gross.
I don't think I'm drinking any of that milk.
I like soy milk.
I'm the Dark Souls of pasta volleys? What? How the fuck does that even make sense?
You're an evolving weenie. A Lord Weenie.
I swear, Pretty soon, it's just gonna be muffled Lorgan sounds as he it's just like, that was a good meal.
No.
Yeah. You're just gonna hear, like, muffled screaming.
Eva, you're just hearing bad food jokes. Don't worry about it.
I am pretty hungry, though.
Bad.
Cheetahs, come here.
Yay! I can bake.
Woo!
Ah!
Gonna get baked.
Although I did fail at baking a cake so badly I couldn't cut it with a butcher's knife.
What the
my.
fuck did you do?
I prefer my cakes medium rare.
Let's just say a little bit too little of the wet ingredients plus spending an extra 5 minutes in the oven equals burn.
Well, no shit.
Really burn.
This is truly the Dark Souls of cakes.
Actually, I already saw that. It was called the Chaos Cake in Space Station 13.
The cake is a
The
lie.
2-layer cakes united by a coin of balance. A cake of evil and a cake of good. And then some idiot decided to take a bite out of the cake of eat a slice of evil. And guess what happened? They got fucking poisoned. And they got brain damage. So I was injecting 3 different chemicals into their ass trying to keep them from getting screwed over completely.
But Lorgans.
What game is that?
Space Station 13. I'll show you sometime.
Lorgans, when am I gonna get a Lorgzania?
I'm in danger. Ah! Motherfucker! God damn it. Why do I sound like an off-brand Lego? What the fuck? I don't get that.
But
I don't get it, Chaos. What do you mean someone rang?
Don't worry.
I'm just gonna say it. A volley are just bird circles.
I don't get the reference.
Volley are just bird circles.
They have nothing to do with circles.
They're just bird circles.
Circles are cheese-headed war machines.
Same body shape except bulbous.
Let's see, can I make it through the tunnel without fucking dying? Maybe.
A volley are just bird circles, and Protogen are just Daft Punk circles. Changed my mind.
Not everything is circles.
Everything, all like custom, like furry, like species, they're all just circles.
That legit kind of upsets me, Foxer.
What about the
All
Bandersnatch?
circles.
What about the Bandersnatch?
That's from Alice in Wonderland.
Shit, I can't remember the name.
Hey, Lorgans, I don't know how you don't understand. A volley and circles have the exact same body shape.
No, they don't.
They like I've been studying anatomy. They do. The body shape is the same.
Okay, I've about had it with the bird circle thing.
You
It's
just
not
deny
funny.
the truth.
No,
You
it's
deny the truth.
it's legit not funny.
I know, it's not meant to be funny, it's meant to be true, which it is. They're very similar.
Keep it up, I'll Tashari your Avalis.
I don't know what that even means.
The off-brand of Avali before basically Avali became Creative Commons.
Ah.
But now Avali are apparently Creative Commons, so As long as you use attribution, you can do whatever the fuck you want with them, evidently. Dude, I sleep on a fucking beanbag, so I might as well be considered an volley or something.
Don't worry, my bed is barely big enough to hold all of me, so I'm good too.
Not let the land of Pharaoh fall into the wizard's clutches. If he releases the seal of the seven wise men, evil power will overrun the land. Okay, this is cheesy writing. Screw it. Though they did actually do some things. It was clear that Link was actually a known party in the town and everything else before the chaos went down.
Also, welcome to getting contradicted by Skyward Sword.
What?
Wait, what? What?
They said in the prologue, they say the sages create the Master Sword. It's not how it happens in Skyward Sword.
Well, maybe the original sword was created by them.
I mean, the original one was the goddess sword that Link tempered.
Yeah.
Yeah, close enough. It doesn't mean they're mutually exclusive.
No, dude. The goddess made a sword, and then Link upgraded the sword into the Master Sword. The Master Sword is literally originally created by Zelda when she was a goddess, and then transformed by Link into the Master Sword.
I really don't like how enemies just stay on top of your fucking ass and keep damaging you.
Yeah, that's one of the major complaints about this game.
Thank you for the follow, is the head
Really
cat.
confused. Did you know raptors had feathers, not fur? I don't think anybody thought raptors had fur.
Furry raptors? Well, I'm pretty sure there is a furry raptor out there that someone came up with.
Probably. We used to think they were scaly, I guess. I have a fuzzy raptor character. But they're fuzzy with, like, downy feathers, not, like, fur.
Well, at a certain point, and depending on the feathers, feathers can be very similar to fur.
That's what we're saying, Calamite. In Skyward Sword, the goddess created the goddess sword, and then Link transformed it into the Master Sword. It's still a little, like, funny, like, how the story changed from, like, oh yeah, it's about a weird kid in a green hat who saves a princess, to the princess is actually the mortal form of God.
Yeah, that is kind of funky, isn't it?
And you're stuck in a reincarnation cycle where you have to continually stop evil.
Who likes retcons?
Retcon! Instead of Raycon, it's retcon.
I love how everybody said that the Minish Cap was the origin of Link's hat, and then we had Skyward Sword, which had Link in the same hat before that point.
I love how most of the conversation with Zelda timelines is, but in Skyward Sword...
I mean, Skyward Sword had, like, more lore than most Zelda games.
Fair point.
I actually think Skyward Sword's story was really fucking solid. I
There-
just wasn't a fan of the motion controls.
Well, the motion controls sucked balls, let's be honest.
I mean,
I
no,
don't
because
know.
if they did, that'd be kind of fun. But
I don't know if why people say that. I've not had a problem making the Wii version work.
I played the Wii version, and honestly, I just didn't have fun with the style of combat where you had to, like, continually, whatchamacallit, you had to continually, like, align your sword to hit them from specific angles, because I'd continually lose tracking.
Skyward Sword sucked. It
I don't
was
think
neat.
it sucked.
They needed to get rid of the motion control completely.
The gameplay was okay, other than I felt like it wasn't sensitive enough when I played it, and it would continually, like, uncalibrate itself, or, like, decalibrate it. I think the major gripe I had was there were a lot of elements in it that didn't feel like Zelda. Like, a bunch of the bosses looked like they were from other games, not Zelda. And a bunch of the dungeons just didn't feel Zelda to me for some reason.
Prosperous people known as the Hylia inhabited this land. Stories tell of many treasures throughout the land. Master Sword, Mighty Blade forged together. Hearts is one of the thing in the.
So, funny enough, there's actually 2 dungeons in Skyward Sword that I feel like were perfect, like, concepts for a Zelda dungeon and very well executed. I know a lot of people don't like the pirate ship. I feel like the pirate ship was a really fucking cool dungeon. I know there's some backtracking in it.
Oh, people love the sand ship. They just hate the boss.
I've heard people say that they don't like the backtracking to hit the crystal over and over.
You don't really need
The
to do that
backtracking
if
through
you play
those-
the route well.
The backtracking through those silent realms, though, was bullshit.
And then the other
Backtracking?
dungeon I really liked was, it was like the water dungeon where like the bottom floor was basically an analog of hell.
Well,
And then
well, not exactly. It's supposed to, I think, parallel the realm of hungry ghosts in Buddhism.
that's literally basically hell. Like, it's supposed to represent like the concept of bad place, do not want go.
Do not collect $200.
So like that dungeon was really cool. It had like this cool theming to it, and the boss was pretty cool. But then you had dungeons like the fire dungeon where you had to fight giant burning ballsack spider, which I was just didn't feel like a Zelda boss to me.
I mean, it's
Also-
basically King Dodongo, but on a line.
Also, the why does the boss on the sand ship look like the little girl's costume from Monsters Inc? Because that just made me go, what the fuck? It's like, why does it look like Monsters Inc. little girl costume?
I have no
Mike
defense for that.
Wazowski!
There's no defense for Tantalus, though. There is none.
Also, I found the soundtrack for Skyward Sword, a lot of it was really blah. There were some good songs, but like the Ballad of the Goddess is really good, and there's some like Girahim's theme is cool. But there were some tracks that were just so forgettable.
A lot of tracks were fucking forgettable.
I mean, it's still better than Skyward Sword, because, you know what? Sorry, still better than Breath of the Wild, because at least it had a soundtrack. I get that Breath of the Wild was trying to be more subtle, because it was more, like, open-worldy, and it meant to feel lonely, but it just, I don't know. When I play Zelda, I want music. Give me the music. Breath of the Wild 2 might fix that, especially since apparently, like, there's a Skyloft analog in it.
Honestly, the cool thing would be having Link work through quests that are trying to rebuild the place.
You know what I really want them to put in Breath of the Wild 2 to kind of make more nods to Skyward Sword? Magmas.
There's a magma.
We haven't seen that race since Skyward Sword. It's the mole people.
The mole people. They're big moles with like triangular shaped upper bodies, and thus I like them a lot because I like that kind of build.
They talk in Jersey accents apparently, and they all have a love of treasure.
I want to hug them, okay?
Apparently they have really good paws. If the
Really?
one in the minigame area is supposed to be believed.
Goofs.
What? You're saying they got da beans?
They do. The one in the minigame actually shows off his beans.
Oh no. That's really funny. You should show me so I can like laugh at it. Wouldn't that be funny? I wonder what it smells like.
What?
Have you seen that coffee pasta?
Wow! Thanks for
Have
the
you-
follow, Wolfo Taco. Wolfo Taco.
Oh my god. Have you guys seen the Yoshi
Welcome on
egg
in.
coffee pasta?
What now?
Oh, it's somebody trying to say, like, make they're trying to play off like, oh haha, it's really funny. What if Yoshi was embarrassed to lay an egg in front of Mario? Haha. And they're playing it off like they're joking, but they're clearly really into that. It's like, whoa.
Well then, that's interesting.
And then people took the post and made it a copy post. And people love posting it into like text to speech on a certain person I know's text like Twitch streams. I'll send it to you sometime so you can endure the absolute brain destruction of it.
I love the joke of, hold it above your head, it's good for business. Oh, I've got 2 bottles already.
That guy reminds me of that shop in Earthbound where it's like an open market in like the desert country.
Fuck, now I just want to play Chrono Trigger.
Oh my god.
I tried Chrono Trigger, I couldn't get into it.
This is a good boy of good taste because Chrono Trigger is like... Out of the old JRPGs, it's my favorite. Xenoblade Chronicles will always be my favorite JRPG, but Chrono Trigger's such a close second.
Thanks for the follow, Flare Winterwolf. Welcome on in.
I don't blame you, Lorgans. It's one of those things where I'm just like, I have to be in the mood to play it because it's
like, they did a really cool thing. I'll give them that. But is it something I can engage with? No, not really.
I like it because it's an adventure, if anything. I love things that capture the spirit of adventure, where you never know what's around the next bend. It's the kind of feeling that people had when they read The Hobbit back when it was first released, it seems like, and we've lost it because fantasy's so tropey now. So when you're willing to just forego tropes and just do things that are cool and unexpected and fit well in a story, I don't know, it's endearing to me. And it's something that Akira Toriyama's art is very good at portraying.
Yeah. The funny thing is, I always enjoy some of the Dragon Quest stories, even though they're typically very cliche. They do it on purposes. I do not play Fire Emblem. I have never played it.
I'm gonna say straight up, like, tropey fantasy, there's nothing wrong with it, but it doesn't spark my brain the same way that, like, weird science fantasy, like, adventurous stuff does. Like, Myst to me is, like, so interesting because it's not tropey fantasy. It's your character was walking down the street of New York, opened a book, and ended up on this weird island full of books that lead to other dimensions. Like, that's such a cool concept.
Hey, I'm surprised you searching for the mask, sort of evil's bane. What has repentance? Find it? The cave music in this always kind of weirded me out. Not sure why. Starry Skies, I don't think, was the best representative of the series. For Dragon Quest, personally, some of the ones I recommend are like Dragon Quest V. 7 was a very decent one for me. 8 is also an excellent one as well.
I like that the next one, they might be trying to do something different, because I feel like Dragon Quest has been the same for so long. And while that's something that's good about it, that is definitely something good about it, I feel like I do want something slightly different.
It's the consistent quality that I've found that I've liked.
The new one is probably going to be a turn-based RPG, so that's better than Final Fantasy's been doing.
Yeah, I think they need to stick with the turn-based RPGs because I'm so tired of Final Fantasy action games.
My favorite Final Fantasy games, honestly, in terms of gameplay, like the way the battle system works, are 3 and 10 because I don't like ATB that much, and I definitely like 15's gameplay was press the button while walking at enemies and win.
That's all it was. Button mashing.
The only times that game was ever hard was because of like a stats difference, and all you really had to do was go grind for a bit. Or spam items because they were broken in that game.
Well, the thing is, if you have that customization, that means there's really no special characters. That they're in your party, at least. Which I kind of feel is a bit of a shortcoming. Like, I don't blame people for liking it, but I'm just going like, but you could do it better.
What was that new game, Dragon Quest Hero Stories Book Adventure 5? Oh, the spin-off, was it Treasure Hunters or something like that?
Which one?
The one that's based on Dragon Quest X, but you play as blue-haired dude. What's his name?
Don't know.
It's a spin-off. I
And
want to
there-
say Stories, but I'm thinking of Monster Hunter.
There's been multiple Dragon Quest games, but not as many as Final Fantasy Chaos. Final Fantasy tended to get more of the limelight because it was something that tended to sell better in the West until only recently.
This is an upcoming game I'm talking about. I don't know if it's out yet.
All I know is I'm not so sure about the open world games anymore. They just seem so overdone.
Oh, I know what it is. It's, Dragon Quest, Monsters. They're putting out a new one.
Sweet! That's the first RPG I really got into.
Yeah, they're making a new Dragon Quest Monsters, but it's about... It's got a different name, but it's in the same series. It's called, like, Dragon Quest, like, Treasure Hunters or something like that. It's got the same gameplay, and it's about... What's his name? Blue-haired guy from 10. Or 11, sorry. From Dragon Quest 11, and his, like, little sister or something like that. That's what I could tell from, like, the Dragon Quest Direct that they did. Yeah, it's about Eric, and he's got, like, he's with this blue-haired girl who looks like she's, like, his sister or something.
And the assholes still refuse to localize 10.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
come
they
on,
also
idiots. People
But they're
want
gonna
it.
give us a 2D version of it.
They also refuse to localize Monsters Joker 3.
I don't get why they refuse to localize things so many times. It's like they think Americans don't like RPGs. Or any people in
Tune
Europe,
and
for that matter.
Tune and sell well.
You know what I love? I love when Nintendo will sabotage a game or a franchise, and then when it doesn't sell well, they just assume people don't like the franchise.
Which one are you talking about in particular this time?
Paper Mario, F-Zero, Star Fox, Metroid.
I mean, there's a new Metroid game coming out.
How long did it take to get a new Metroid after Other M? Because
Wow,
Federation
but-
Force was like a weird, like, experimental game, and that was all we got for years.
I mean, a while, but I feel like the argument for Metroid is a little weaker now because of Samus Returns and now the new Dread.
Oh, they're definitely realizing that people like Metroid, but there was a huge dry spell between Other M and anything else coming out, because Other M flopped so bad that they assumed people hated the franchise, and so it took them a while to realize, oh wait, people actually do like Metroid, and now they're actually like properly milking the franchise. Same with Fire Emblem. There was a couple Rocky Fire Emblem games that people didn't like because they weren't that great.
And permadeath.
And everybody was like, no, we still like Fire Emblem. Like, no, we've heard you. You don't like Fire Emblem. We're just discontinuing the series indefinitely. And they're like, no, we still like it. And they're like, okay, well, we're gonna put out one last Fire Emblem game, and if it sells well, I guess we'll like keep doing it. And then Fire Emblem Awakening sold like hotcakes, and now Nintendo realized that actually people do like this franchise, and they can make a lot of money.
Except they generally don't like being shat on by permadeath.
Here's the thing, permadeath in Fire Emblem is greatly exaggerated, because you can save scum.
Yeah, it's still annoying though.
It's annoying, but you can save scum super easy, and you can like save before a battle and then go back into the battle, so... I actually felt it was really stupid though that people got mad about Phoenix Mode, and I'm like, not everybody's good at games, and they might want to, enjoy the game too, so just let them.
What, Phoenix Mode being no permadeath?
Phoenix Mode
is... Phoenix Mode is your character's res after every turn.
Yeah, so if your characters die, they come back, like, in the same battle. In regular Fire Emblem, or like in the regular difficulty, your characters can die and they'll come back in the next fight. Like, they'll revive between fights, but once they're dead in a fight, they're gone for the entirety of the fight.
Phoenix Mode is basically the equivalent of story mode. I don't want to actually fight, I just want to see the story. And yet people were getting mad when people used it.
Not everyone's good at games, and I don't think that you need to be fucking mad at them for it. I think the only people who need to be good at games are games journalists, and I'm not gonna fucking relent on that one.
Games journalists do need to fucking grow.
Here's the thing, a lot of websites get the wrong people on games. It's not even so much that these people are just bad at all games, it's more that they're being assigned to review games that they themselves, like, aren't good at. Like, the guy who reviewed Cuphead was, like, he was used to games like Madden.
Yeah, don't have a Madden journalist do that, ever.
I'm also going to argue again on one particular thing there, Chaos. Just that you can say there's stakes all you want, but people would still just say reset. I know that's a cop-out answer, but all the same, just everyone says it adds to the flavor, but how many I've seen so much just reset.
I think the only game where I feel like there's going into a game and being like, I want everything else to change for me in such a way that it affects all other players. And then I want something that makes it easier for me and it only affects me. And for Fire Emblem, adding Phoenix Mode literally does nothing to hurt the long-term fans who enjoy hardcore modes. They can still play on hard. Like, jeez, you can play with permadeath on. It doesn't affect you. And then you got people who go on about Dark Souls and they're like, oh, I like Dark Souls, but I want them to remove invasions. And I'm like, so, my fun to be removed because you don't like invasions. Just play offline!
I guess the thing is, I generally don't like the kind of person who just wants to come in and screw me over.
I do it because it's fun and it's what you're meant to do in the game. The game is built for this. It's like saying, oh yeah, I like Rust, but I'm sick of other players destroying my base. Well, don't play Rust! Why are you playing a multiplayer game? PvP? I like playing multiplayer Call of Duty, but I hate when other players shoot me. Like, what?
I know actually, T. I know someone who had that same response to Dark Souls, and they're just like, "Oh, easy. I just turn off the game, and if they're gone, then I knew it was a player. Otherwise, I just deal with the NPC."
Well, here's the thing. I kind of think, though, that Fire Emblem only really took off here in the States once they removed the requirement of permadeath.
I don't think it was even that. I think it was more this series had been very poorly advertised up till then. Like, do you know how short printed and under advertised Fire Emblem games were up to that point? The only ones that got any amount of advertisement were the GBA games, and it's because Marth and Roy were in Smash. And there was a very light mention of the Sacred Stones in Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door. There's a kid playing a GBA in the game, he'll tell you about it. That was basically all the fucking, like, marketing that they put into Fire Emblem in North America. But for Awakening, they actually, like, advertised. Oh, by the way, fun fact about this boss, their movement pattern is based on an RNG value that's generated when you boot up the game.
Yep, it's essential for speedruns and also used to verify speedruns.
Yep, because the position of Ganon's fireballs in the final fight is actually dependent on the same RNG value as the Ice Armos fight. So if the positions of the Ice Armos and the fireballs don't match up properly to each other, you can tell that run is spliced. And nobody believed the fucking guy who was pointing this out about a fake speedrun.
That's because they all wanted to believe in their quote-unquote celebrity.
Exactly.
Hey, Darius! Mew mew mew.
A lot of speedrun communities get very cliquey, and that is inherently bad for verification standards because people automatically don't want to disqualify speedruns done by their friends.
Well, this is why you should have people, alternate people, so that you can have someone remove themselves from the judging if they're friends with that person.
The problem is when somebody's friends with all of the admins.
Then you bring in an admin from another board. I think that needs to
They
become
probably
considered...
don't know how the proof standards work for the game, and that's where it becomes a problem.
Then it takes longer to prove. But I think Twitch makes it a lot harder to cheat on it, doesn't it?
Definitely, I actually believe that all A Link to the Past speedruns should be live streamed. That way you know they're not cheating.
How about all speedruns?
I think it depends on the run, because there's some runs that are very easy to verify. Like Doom. You can't fake a Doom speedrun. It's basically impossible, because all of them are done on demos, and it's very easy to see if somebody's cheating in a demo.
3 generations ago, Order of Knights directed the ability of Hylia. These knights were guardians of the Purge. Fortunately, most of them were destroyed in the Great War. Place. Knights get to remaining pendants and carry these with you. This is a treasure passed down to the wise men. The chargy boots. There we go. So we already got the first dungeon done. Wow, that was fast.
Did you hear about the criminal who got struck by lightning while stealing a pack of Duracells? Newspaper the next day said, criminal charged with battery.
But tits.
You're a dork.
There was a professional assassin, and his best friend asked him, my significant other, they're awful, they're horrible. they're abusive. I want you to get rid of them. The guy said, okay, well, I won't accept payment for it because, you know, I know you. The other guy says, no, I insist that I pay you. It's kind of, you know, it's super important I pay you. And the guy says, okay, well, you can pay me $1 and I'll do it. So they agree. He hands over the $1 and the guy's like, okay, we're gonna go do it. He goes and, you know, chokes her out and she falls over, and then she notices that the maid saw. Or he notices, you know, the maid saw everything. So he has to choke her out too. But by that point, the cops have already shown up, and the newspaper the next day said Artie chokes 2 for $1. Get it? A guy named Artie chokes 2 for $1.
We're all awful.
The last stupid joke my grandfather told me, I'm going to tell you right now. What do you get when you cross a mouse and an elephant?
Oh.
Ruddy big holes in your baseboard.
This is just heavy sigh mode at this point.
I miss my granddad. He had the most wonderfully, like, stupid, punny sense of humor.
Lot of big holes in the baseboard.
He had gotten a Canadian accent, much more than my nan.
Ah, no, it's one of those chest dudes. Fuck that.
Is that what you say when you find, like, a man with tits like Bitch Tits Bob?
Bitch Tits Bob?
He's a character from Fight Club. He's, he had to take estrogen as part of, a fucking medical treatment, but it caused him to grow boobs, so his name's Bitch Tits Bob. He's not, like, he's a cis guy. He medically has to take estrogen, so he has to... And they named him Bitch Tits Bob. And he kicks a bunch of people's asses because he's actually really strong.
Don't worry, did someone say tits? Someone misread my name as Tit Surplus once.
Dude, my friend...
Why is it just
you know
night?
Remember Amgerborg?
Amger!
Yeah, Tenki, when they first met, they referred to him as Amberborg.
Amger is precious.
Amger is precious, even if he'll, like, scream and screech and squawk if you call him that.
I gotta start over.
Organs is precious.
Amger, if you say anything nice about him, he'll just go like, I am fire, I am death, re.
Just like you two are precious.
I went the wrong way again. I hate this challenge.
I am precious like a gemstone, my dude.
You're a dork. Oh, wait.
I'm a beautiful shining diamond. And you're all just jealous.
I don't think it's nice to call someone a door.
Yay. Piece of heart. Hello, Yesus. How are you?
Get your pizza fart.
You got a Pizza Heart.
You got a pizza fart.
We love you, Lorgans.
Going to die of puns.
I'm sorry, Lorganzola.
I'm gonna bite you.
Look, if you just grill it and put them between two buns, then you have a pun bun, and now it's edible.
What was that about
Perish.
edibles?
I'm not perishable, I'm not food.
Hello, Jesus. It pooped. So I finished one Zelda game. We found out this. We remembered this was on the Switch, and then now we're in another Zelda game.
What do you get when you mix pasta and a supercar?
Oh, that was a bomb.
Come on, what do you get when you mix pasta and a supercar? Lamborghini.
I hate
You
it.
know,
Thanks.
I thought you were about to say pasta car.
You hear about the Italian chef? He passed away. We can only pray for his soul. Yeah, he was in an explosion. They only found a pizza him.
You're evil. You
We
evil
can't
little
noodle out of-
shite.
Don't worry, Lorgans. We're gonna have an easy time noodling out of this one.
I didn't bottle the fairy. Sad face.
Speaking of pasta puns, a penne for your thoughts?
Hey Shake, how you doing, honey? Welcome on in. Ooh. E.
I really want to see an edit of Stranger Things where the Avali is the monster and his name is the Demo Lorgan.
I possess chicken! Yeet!
But that wouldn't be a monster. That's just someone you want to hug and hold close.
I seem to have that effect on people, I've noticed. Especially in VR.
I don't know, he can be a little monster sometimes. Sometimes he'll just jump at you, wrap his legs around your hips, and go mine.
Face turkey throwing children. What the fuck? That's terrible chaos.
Why are you being so mean to animals, Windex Boy?
I'm not Windex.
I know.
You sure? Because you sure do win, Dex.
I actually don't think that he's Windex. You know why? Windex doesn't streak, and I don't think that his VTuber model's wearing pants right now.
Well, it's technically not like I have anything to hide down there, really.
Just under fluffies.
They do a perfectly good job of hiding everything.
Is horrible.
Until I pat them.
Just want to push everything out of alignment, don't you?
Yes. Okay. Okay, so gender-based bathrooms. Okay, snore, you know, stupid idea, bad. Gender-neutral bathroom. You know, pretty cool. I say D&D alignment bathrooms.
I don't want to go into the chaotic evil one. It's probably gonna look like a chimpanzee ended up throwing things against the wall in there.
Dude, well, here's the thing. Everybody in there is gonna have to deal with everybody else's, is the thing. They have to see the consequences of their own actions, because everybody there is doing it. And then maybe one day they'll be allowed into, like, a chaotic neutral bathroom, which will be slightly less bad. And then maybe, I don't know, they'll make their way up to, like, you know, chaotic good bathroom.
So what's the thing here? Is neutral? It is like neutral supposed to be like a truck stop bathroom?
I don't know. That's still pretty gross.
Or is that chaotic?
7-Eleven bathroom.
7-Eleven bathroom. Okay.
You
how
never
about,
know what you're gonna get.
How about
You never
Waffle
know what
House
you're gonna
bathroom?
True neutral. The tree's back there.
If you want,
just go.
if you want, like fucking lawful evil, you're looking at the IHOP bathroom menu.
This is such a weird conversation.
What would the lawful
Welcome
good
to
be?
my
Because I feel
life.
like lawful good is a hotel room bathroom.
All I know is, you go to a hotel, don't bring a black light. UV. Hotel.
I think one of the best insults I've said to somebody recently is you seem like the kind of person who would take a UV light to a hotel room so you know where to lick.
No! Bad Foxer.
To be fair, this person was like a legit, like, fucking perfect.
That's on another level, dude.
Somebody, they sent me a whole, like, dirty messages in my DMs. I was like, I haven't.
I'm going like, no. Like,
I
I'm
go for the
gonna
throat.
say no.
Okay, when it comes to insults, I go for the fucking throat. I can't help it.
The Foxo deserves
Chaotic evil is
love.
Taco Bell.
Oh no!
No. Chipotle. Chipotle will blow the doors off your ass.
Dude, you should see the kind of things I say in, like, League of Legends chat. I never say anything that's against TOS, but I choose the most... Let's just say, I feel like when I'm really legit pissed off, I can do, the real-world version of, Hideous Mockery. Or Vicious Mockery. I once told somebody on League of Legends, after they were, like, flaming like fucking crazy, all I said is, I'm really sorry, Caitlyn. They're like, good, and I'm like, I am really sorry. It must be really hard to have your personality. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me.
Let me guess, they screeched even more after that.
It's not against TOS to say stuff like that. Like, you can say stuff like that in chat.
So, I guess creative insults is definitely where League of Legends is.
I like going for Shakespearean insults too. Those ones are pretty nice. It's like wiping your ass with silk. My favorite is, I fear we make better strangers.
You say that, Chaos. I actually did play a bard in one campaign, and I ended up killing a golem with Vicious Mockery.
What does Vicious
Have to
Mockery
say-
do?
You insult somebody and it takes psychic damage.
No, it wasn't a golem. It was, what, an elemental. Elemental, that's it.
By the way, Titus, I want to play D&D with you someday.
He'd probably be a precious bean to play with.
What was that,
I'm
Titus?
not. Also, my group, when they learned I wanted to play bard, was immediately just like, do not be horny bard. Do not.
No, play the Spoony Bard. Do the Spoony Bard.
No, so
Okay,
I
thanks.
didn't. That's the thing. I didn't play horny bard. But then everyone else decided to be. And I'm just like, well, not bard, but you know.
That's
I'm
a
just
double
like,
standard.
I just tried to say things like 5 times, they got cut off every time. I was interested in what Titus was going to say before you cut him off.
No, just like the main point got through. Just I decided, all right, fine. I don't want to be the horny bard. I'm just gonna actually be suave and charismatic. then
It
everyone
is.
else decides they want to be a horny character. I'm just like, gee, thanks.
Tidus. I want to play D&D with you someday. Need to find someday when the schedules and the stars align.
I mean, sure. I have 2 other groups. Like, I know Sunday is not available.
Is there any point to having this guy follow you? Or just a joke?
I think it might just be a joke. Well, Tidus, we play on Wednesdays and Thursdays and Saturday.
It might be fun to stop in on one day, someday.
Yeah. We do the live show on Wednesdays. We do private games on Thursdays and Saturdays.
Oh wait, I need to get literate. I go to the library for that, don't I?
I don't remember. I haven't played this game fully since high school. Not fully. I haven't played through this part of the game since high school. I've never played through the game fully.
I'm so sorry, but I just wanted to help this part since it addresses what you're saying too. With the Pegasus boots, if you go to the library outside Kakariko, the Book of Mudora is on top of a shelf. Dash into it and it'll fall off, where you can pick it up.
Kinda figured. I just thought that was for the Dark World version, but I guess not.
Nope, you needed to get into the second dungeon. Sorry for cutting you off there, T. Just like...
It's fine. Hey, Jesus. You should take a look at this. This is my next D&D character that I'm actually going to get to play Dungeons & Dragons for. I almost never get to play this game.
You don't have to be forever DM!
I DM so many games.
How many are you DMing now?
2, and there was a time when I was looking at having 3 on my plate, and I was like, no, this is gonna burn me.
And then you have the weird little extra thing that we do when people don't show up. But we haven't been doing that either.
Game. Yeah, I'm gonna be next Wednesday. I'm gonna be running at least something for Wednesday.
Ook. We have acquired literacy.
Sweet.
Woo!
Stuff we're brain.
Like, the Joy-Cons really aren't the best controllers, but at least they allow me to hold my hands in whatever position I want comfortably.
That's what I use them for.
Fox, didn't you say you had trouble with the Joy-Cons? I don't remember.
Joy-Cons are on the controller, they're too small for me. I like having the added bulk of the handles that you can slide onto them.
I still can't wait to get my hands on that, the new, Steam Deck, though. D&D games that last are very rare. Because inevitably you're going to have to get a group that has personalities that don't clash too hard. And let's be honest, there are some people who love D&D. The problem is finding a match between players in D10.
I just love giving the sassy response when people are like, ooh, do you RP? And I'm like, yes, I do D&D.
And that probably makes a lot of people just go like, wait, what? I guess it gets rid of the, it gets rid of some of them, doesn't it? And I bet it starts some very interesting conversations otherwise, doesn't it?
That part I am happy with.
And go like, oh, what's your favorite class?
I play Druid a lot.
I am not surprised, sweetie.
You like D&D? Name every dragon. By name.
Well, wait.
Those people are fucking stupid.
Wait, hold on. It's not surprising that I like Druid.
No, it isn't.
What?
It's because you're a big sweetie.
You open the way, make your wish, and it will be granted.
I wonder if Cheetahs can guess what my favorite class is. I know Lorgans knows.
This is Vulture, and it likes to spin!
My name is Jinlom Soldier, and I like to spin. My favorite D&D class in 5th Ed is definitely Artificer, followed up very closely by Warlock because they are the two most customizable classes in the game, and have a lot of late game customization.
Yeah, they're one of the few ones in D&D 5e that does.
I'm trying to design that Summoner class to have late game customization. I'm having the equivalent of invocations, except they only apply to your summons, not to yourself.
Meanwhile, me being Druid is just like, I get to pick which tree I have and then nothing else.
I mean, you do get to choose which spells you prepare every day.
Yeah, but still, it's not like I'm sorcerer or sorceress or wizard.
Remember when classes had some crazy shit, like, say, you could, like, in Advanced D&D, you couldn't become a druid of above a certain level, while other druids still held that title.
Well, that's gone.
Wanna know something kinda cool, Titus? I'm designing a 5e class, complete with subclasses from the ground up. It's called the Summoner. Yeah, and it's based around this idea of being the opposite of most pet classes, like Wildfire Druid and Beastmaster Ranger. You still end up being the powerhouse, and then your pet is basically some extra, like, icing on top. Like, even Beastmaster Ranger, most of your damage is coming from the Druid, you know, or not the Druid, from the Ranger using Hunter's Mark and shooting them with a bow. But, you know, having, you know, an animal companion is also cool. I wanted to reverse it, where the person you're playing, like the character you're playing, is actually super weak, but their summon is super strong.
Why do I just imagine you dressed as Yuna from Final Fantasy X?
I'm very flattered. I promise I won't sing any J-pop, though.
That really was kind of a weird part.
Apparently that's not actually Yuna. Apparently that's like
That's
a copy of her.
That's one of the minor antagonists of the game disguised as Yuna, just to use her fame.
So, here's I've already got the first subclass planned. It's going to be an Ooze Summoner, and the Ooze is going to be able to give people... Okay, the Ooze can occupy the same space as other creatures, and it can use its reaction whenever a creature enters its space or starts its turn in its space, or it starts a turn in the space of another creature. So, like, anytime it's touching another creature, you can spend its reaction to give them 10 HP. Or if they're an enemy, you can deal acid damage.
I still think it'd be cool to make a gel character.
I think, yeah, that'd be kind of cool to do. There's a lot of, like, precedent for making beard characters now that we have Dampier and Hex Blood, and like honestly, Van Richten's races are so like weird.
But that's
Along
what
with
makes them fun.
Warforged and stuff.
At least this is better than old D&D, where you could not be a certain level of a class if you didn't have a particular race.
Well, here's the thing: a
Remember-
DM who agreed with that stance is not the DM you want to be playing with.
There was literally a time in D&D's development when there was no ranger class. The class was called Elf.
Elf was a class.
Elf was a class in one of the playtests of D&D. The first playtest is so hilariously bad though because there's only 3 characters. There's a barbarian, a thief, and a wizard. The barbarian gets a sword that deals a d6 and can only be swung every other turn. The wizard gets a staff that can be swung every turn and deals a d6, and 1 magic missile that deals a d6. And the thief got a pair of daggers that could attack twice a turn for a d6 each, and a whole quiver of 20 arrows that all did 20 damage, or that all did a d6 damage. So why would you play anything but the thief?
By the way, Chaos named some dragons for you.
You forgot old Gnawbone! You're not a real phenomenon. I'm fucking with you. I actually got a copy of Old Gnawbone, the magic card version of it, and I'm so happy. I pulled it in a pack, and it's a really good card.
You activated my magic card.
Activated my master card?
I always love when the meme is like, you activated my trap card. Actually, no, only players who control trap cards can activate them. You simply gave me the activation condition for me to activate my trap card. Like, you know you're a nerd when.
Hurry, Lorgans, do a read.
Be right back.
Yeah.
Oh!
I'm loving me a wonderful, whatchamacallit, Gnawbones in my Toski magic deck though. Toski says every time one of your creatures hits another player, you draw a card. And Gnawbones says whenever one of your creatures hits another player, you get a mana. You get cards and mana to play your cards with. And then everything dies. Oh yeah, it's funny. I showed it to my friend Dan, and he was like, why would you want all of that mana? You don't even have like a mana sink to put it into, and you don't have anything to spend the mana on. And I'm like, Dan, if I hit them with 5 things and make 5 mana, I just drew 5 cards. You think I'm not going to draw something I can play for 5 mana in those 5 cards? My deck is all low-cost creatures, because creatures with evasion tend to be small.
I think Chaos is a little bit obsessed with dragons.
Oh yeah. I'd just like to point out the funniest interaction in any of my Magic decks is there's a card called Scurry Oak. It's like an ent with a whole bunch of squirrels in it, in its branches. And it says whenever you put a counter on it, you make a squirrel token. There's another creature called Ivy Lane Denizen that says whenever a green creature enters the battlefield, put a counter on something. So you play her, and then you play the ent, and you put a counter on the ent, which makes a squirrel. And then she's like, oh, a squirrel entered the battlefield, I need to place a counter. So you place it on the ent, and the ent goes, I just got a counter, I need to make a squirrel. And then she goes, oh, a squirrel appeared, I need to place a counter. And you get infinite squirrels! Infinite squirrel!
Did they ever add a rule exception for that?
No.
We just figured I'm going to drown people in squirrels.
Oh, I literally summoned 16 million billion squirrels the other day. Actually, it's like a month ago. I was like, you know what? I got them both. I'm gonna make. How much did I say? I said I make 10 trillion squirrels, and they're like, okay, you have 10 trillion squirrels now. Oh. They
I'm
all
switching
ended up
over to my
dying
headset
before-
mic because I'm going to be making a snack. I've got my phone here with the chat, so yay! I can still talk with you while I'm getting my food.
Wound up not getting to attack with the squirrels though because somebody played a board wipe to like destroy all creatures. I was like, no, my squirrels.
You know,
That must have been a hoot.
As disappointed as I am that you got board wiped, I can't help but feel like that was the perfect response.
Oh yeah, and then in the very next game, there's a creature that says every time you place a counter on this creature, make a 3/3 green beast token. Money, 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 money. I made 1,000,000,001 beast tokens and won the game. Yeah, people scooped. They were like, oh.
I guess I lose now.
Trillion beast. Oh, I guess I lose. I'm in danger. I'm okay with infinite combos if they don't win the game on the spot. Honestly.
If they
your
take
infinite
time to set up.
If your infinite combo is make infinite creatures, I'm okay with that. If your infinite combo is draw infinite cards and then like win with Laboratory Maniac, I'm not okay with that.
Because it's not fun. Instead, you get to
Yeah.
see tons and tons of squirrels and go like, I die in furry death.
Like, I'm not super into what's the card? In Soul Artifact, I think it's called.
Yeah?
There's a card called Basalt Monolith. You can tap it for 3 mana, but you have to pay 3 mana to untap it. You can put an enchantment on it that allows it to untap for 1 mana. Or it untaps for 2 mana. So you tap it for 3 mana, then untap it for 2. Then tap it for 3 and then untap it for 2. And you get infinite mana by doing this. And you can do this on like turn 2 and just win. It's ridiculous.
You know?
That's how you make your friends not want to play with you. It goes like, oh man, this guy's bullshit.
Nobody in our playgroup plays it because nobody would have fun if that was in the game. What were you saying, Titus?
This kind of reminds me of another card game I was playing, where I basically ended up having infinite defense, and it just got insane because nothing could touch me.
Was it Yu-Gi-Oh?
No, it was called Banners of Ruin, which is just a recent game that came out on PC and Switch. But basically, one card that you can use is if you are adjacent to another member who is of the same race, you both get some extra defense. And another card is you copy your opponent's defense. So I started off against a boss with 300. So just casually copy, and you start with 0 with like maybe 20, by the way. So I copied my way up to 300, and then just basically passed the ball around to give my 2 guys like as much defense as they wanted.
That sounds like an asshole move.
One of my favorites decks in any card game was called Solitude Mill. It's in the game Eternal card game. It says you count the number of cards in your opponent's discard pile. They then send that many cards from the top of their deck to their discard pile. So if you can mill half their deck, you can mill the other half.
Instantly.
So
That
people
sounds-
would think that they're doing fine, and then I play Solitude, and it's like, deck gone.
They go like, wait, what?
Your deck go boom! Bye-bye!
I bet you've got some stink eye from that.
I'm glad that game doesn't actually have a text chat, because I feel like I get a lot of, like, hate for that. Another really funny one is in Eternal, instead of mana having colors, when you play a land, you get influence.
Isn't that exactly why games like Hearthstone have no chat?
Yeah.
Because people do bullshit strategies and then get rage.
In Eternal, there's a resource called influence, and you need it to play cards, but you don't spend it. Like once you have like influence, playing cards doesn't consume it. You just need a certain amount of it. And there's 5 factions. One of them is fire. There's a card that says deal damage to your opponent equal to your fire influence. You can give the spell double damage. So if you can get up to 13 fire influence, you can one-shot them.
Thanks, I hate it.
There's also Night Maul. That deck is entirely dedicated to killing your opponent with kindness. You make it really hard for them to play the cards in their hand, and then you make them draw too many cards. Too many to play. And then you play a card called Maul.
That's
says
bullshit,
deal
Chaos.
2 damage. Deal 2 damage to your opponent for each card in their hand. Kill them with kindness!
Give them all their cards and then kill them. You know what the worst part is? Apparently there was a murderer who said he'd kill them with kindness and then came back with a machete he named Kindness. That was awful. I'm making grilled cheese turkey melt.
What
Yum!
else? Other fun stuff. I really like playing, I like playing Pauper in Magic because then you're not playing with any, like...
Stupid broken shit?
Like, there's some stupid broken stuff. There's a common called Reality Acid. It's an enchantment.
Oh, that shit.
You put it on a permanent, and in 3 turns, it, like, exiles itself. And when it's removed from a card, you destroy the card it was removed from. So you put it on your opponent's card, and then you play something that bounces it back to your hand, thus destroying their card. And you do this over and over. Play Reality Acid on your only land. Bounce it back. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. You don't get to play Magic.
Yeah, it's not fun when people play the no fun decks, though.
Hey, I'm only playing it in online, like, multiplayer against people who are playing much scummier stuff.
So you look at their deck and go like, okay then, have this.
Reality Acid. Just take that. The only Pauper deck I own in real life, I would say, is a lot less bullcrap. It's my Heroic deck, aka stack auras on creatures that have Heroic.
Ah. Kind of funny how we're playing, how we're doing Zelda today, and we're just talking about Magic while I make a fucking sandwich now.
Let's talk about the dungeon and the dragon.
How about the dungeon in the dragon?
Talk about that on stream.
Is it?
You leave Freyr out of this, okay?
Damn it, T. I say, knowing that I was gonna make that joke too.
Oh god, this is just hilariously awful today.
That's what happens when I'm around.
You're adorable, sweetheart.
He just smells so nice that everybody around him gets...
What, does he smell like homemade mac and cheese casserole?
Smells like chocolate chip cookies.
You know, that's not the first time someone said that to me.
You seem like a chocolate chip cookie woofer to me.
This is going into Sparkle Dog territory at this point.
I mean, don't call me out like that. I'm only a glowing teal fox with a fucking symbiotic relationship with plants who smells like tea.
I mean, in defense of that, you're around plants, and also you do have you use mainly cool colors. Meanwhile, I use mostly natural colors. I don't think either of us count as Sparkle.
I mean, there is some orange in my character's design, it's just that you don't really see it much because her hair is covering one of her eyes.
Yee.
The other one is glowing orange because she has special photosensitive
Tongan and dragon. Oh. Like he goes like, I roll to seduce the dragon. Okay. Roll a con check. What? The dragon's a top.
You know, I have seen so many jokes like that.
Because they're fucking perfect, and you know it.
They are, and I love them. One of them being just 2 images. What the party sees, and it's a dragon ready to kill everyone. And then what the bard sees, it's a dragon in a tuxedo with a rose in his mouth.
You're going like, and the bard goes like, I'd hit it.
I love that one video by Jacob from XP to level 3, where he's just trying to play a regular-ass bard. He's a College of Lore bard, and his character's a historian and all of that. And he's like, I want to go up and talk to the barmaid, and his friends were like, gonna use some of that charm person, take her to the back, and everybody at the table is like losing their shit laughing. And no matter what he does, just trying to play D&D normally, they're always like making jokes like he's this really weird sex pervert. And he just like breaks down and yells at them like, no! Stop trying to normalize this! This isn't okay!
You know, that's what was happening for me a bit. Just, I would keep trying to do like normal things. Like, one point we had a character that got a bit that fell into the dirt. Obviously they were a bit dirty, so I had prestidigitation, so I was like, alright, I'll just clean them up. And everyone's just like, might want to wait till you have a bedroom. I'm just like, no.
Can we please stop, like, automatically assuming that bards are weird sexual assault man?
Bard, not all bards are spoony.
I'm just saying. Like, can we please just, like, cut the assumption and the jokes about bards being nothing but weird sexual assault man? It's actually toxic. Hate it.
I am back, and I have food. I am happy.
Salutations back. I hope you enjoy your food. Where's Lorgan's?
I'ma bite you.
Lorgan's is the food.
I'm not.
He had a,
What?
He's eating a turkey sandwich. That means it's Lorgan's.
You're evil.
We love you, Lorgans.
Evil.
Me especially.
Evil Foxer.
I am evil foxer. I am evil foxer. I am evil foxer.
You know, this
Actually, bards are amazing to have in your party.
Oh no, they love me because I'm the bard and I'm basically tossing inspiration on them, bardic inspiration on them, and they are always happy to see me.
Titus, I
Nonetheless,
need to tell
they
you,
still shit on me.
Titus, I need to tell you about this build. I'm making a character. They are a bard. They are a 6-foot-something guy with a beer gut and like hairy arms and hairy chest, like stubble. They like putting sunscreen on their nose. Their bardic inspiration is calling people sport. They're going to be College of Lore, so that when they like use their insult ability, they're actually just telling a really bad pun. They have the cook feat because they need to be proficient at grilling. They are the dad bard.
Dad
Thanks,
bard.
I hate it.
Dad bard! Dad bard with a dad bod. Dad bard!
Dad bard. Hey.
It's like you go to pick a lock and he's just like, hey, you can do it, champ. You got this, sport. He's like a John Stamos style, like, TV dad.
It's better. It's better than what happened to my previous to my current DM for one game, because he originally was just playing with someone, And whenever he was barred, they demanded he kept singing the entire time he was using inspiration, and it's just like,
So, you wouldn't believe the funny shit that's been going on in my Saturday campaign. We're playing Oops, all kobolds at the moment. Everybody's a kobold, and they all somehow ended up owning an adventurers guild together. The previous owner, who's still a co-owner with them, is a senile old man who is completely irresponsible with money. And so they have to put up with him, and now they've gotten his nephew to show up. His nephew's a fucking dragonborn. Like a 7-foot-tall dragonborn in a suit because he's an accountant. He's not like a fighter, he's an accountant.
oh jeez, I've had
Wow.
times like that too. I was playing a gnoll, and I was nearly 7 feet. The rest of the party were like a dwarf, a halfling, and then 3 other kobolds. So it's like, I am the tall.
Congratulations, you are now on shelf
tall.
duty.
Now, this campaign's really funny because the mayor's an elephant and he's like a big jerk. And they found out that he's captured a bunch of like weird snails from the Feywild and he's using their slime to make drugs.
Matt?
They're like making it like LSD. They're like putting it on paper, like they're slathering it over paper and letting it dry out, and then you can cut out a square of the paper and eat it, and it gets you high as fuck. The problem is that the liquid form of the drug is highly explosive. And now they're trying to figure out how to reveal to the town that the mayor is actually this horrible drug runner.
When his house goes boom.
They like Metal Gear Solid snuck into the town hall at night and went to the basement to find his giant fucking drug operation. It was funny because we had full-on like Metal Gear music in the background. I took Metal Gear Solid 2 music to play over the bot while we were playing.
Oh, you dork.
And then partway through, Hawthorne uses their sending stones, but when he uses their sending stones, he plays the fucking codec sound from Metal Gear.
Oh no.
The codec ringing. Oh no.
I had a funny time once because I was as the bard, you know, gotta be charismatic, gotta be presentable, and then apparently one day I activate a magical device and I'm suddenly in the body of a snake, and I'm like, oh, this is not gonna end well.
Alright, we're going through dungeon again. Oh god, that's awful.
You know, Chaos, I think they earned it. Good work.
I remember the first time I had a player bard in a game I was running. He ended up playing a Kitsune courtesan. Or was that the rogue? I couldn't tell, like, I don't remember which one it was.
Yeah, I generally just don't mind how people want to play their characters, so long as they can learn to respect, as long as they're still being able to respect boundaries.
I'm making a character for Curse of Strahd who is the epitome of lawful good does not mean lawful nice. I'm surprised Lorgans didn't rip his fucking ears off when he heard me say epitome.
I mean, that's the epitome of not getting a word right. But hey,
My best friend says the word omniscience as omniscience.
Okay, your friend is weird.
There's a magic card called omniscience, and he always calls it omniscience, and I'm like, I will literally,
Well, it's a good.
literally.
Oh, I'm sorry. Damn it. My. Go right ahead. I am so sorry.
No, you go.
Ooh, woo! What's this?
Well, quite clearly, neither he nor I are omniscient because I cannot tell when people stop talking and when I can go because I keep stepping on everyone.
No, it's fine.
They're just surrounded by fucking micros.
I think the thing I told him last time, he was like, omniscience, and he said it like right, looking me dead in the eyes, and I'm like, stop calling it omniscience, or you're gonna be picking up your teeth with broken fingers.
Oh, that's a little bit spicy there, T-Foxer.
Dude, my best friend is stupid in the most beautiful way, and I love it. I mean, I'm stupid in a pretty beautiful way too, I think, but it's a different way. We're making a custom Magic the Gathering cube with custom like cards that we make. And we're figuring out the different archetypes, and we decided we wanted every tribe in the set to be based on some kind of movie like trope or like movie genre. So we have like an alien, we have aliens, we have robots, cowboys, dinosaurs, and we were trying to figure out what to do for white, black, green. And I say, Josh, what do you think white, black, green should be? And he's like, I know. I'm like, okay, tell me. He's like, lepers. I'm like, movie genres. The first thing you think of is leprosy?
I don't get it.
I don't get
A
what is
movie
leprosy?
genre.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, how do you go from like movie genres to leprosy?
If T-Foxer is interested in that, sure, I guess, Chaos. If T is interested in it. God damn it!
They do have a custom commander who I'm building to playtest for the cube to see how they'd play out. He's really simple. He basically just says that any counters on him are also considered to be on all creatures you control. So like if you have a +1/+1 on him, all your other stuff +1/+1. Basic shit.
The group had it coming? How so? Power Glove! I am finally now strong enough to yeet a rock. Oh!
I have to go to bed soon.
You have to sleep soon?
Yeah. It's 5:30 in the morning.
Right.
I'm trying not to be up super late.
I don't get why people always hate on bards.
Because
Probably frequently because they're more useful than the rest of the party.
probably a combination of the memes and also because technically you can, if other classes can hit higher damage with with optimization and good rolls, so everyone's just like, lol, bard.
Honestly, Bard is okay, but often people will forget about inspiration and they'll just roll before you can inspire them.
I think
And-
inspiring all my
Your
party.
capstone ability is actually Garbo, but I mean that's not that bad considering people rarely ever get to their capstone abilities. It still kind of sucks though that your capstone is not that great.
Yeah, I don't even think that 5th edition has an epic level book.
It doesn't. There's literally only one book that's designed for players or player characters over level 1 to start, and that's Rise of Tiamat. They realized that D&D is best at lower levels because later level D&D hasn't been good in basically any edition. Level 20 just isn't fun for the most part. It can be fun for a one-shot, for like a campaign. That's what they were finding with...
You basically have to cheese everything to get anywhere.
They basically found with 3.5 and 4 that catering anything toward late game play wasn't really worth it. They wanted to still give people the option to go past level 15, but they didn't design any books for past level 15. There are third-party books for past, like for late level.
God damn it! I go thud.
I'd also argue that with the variety of enemies that you get from devils and demons, Descent into Avernus is kind of a perfect book to upscale for late game players.
Like 3 to 15 is probably the sweet spot levels, honestly.
Yeah, I'd agree. I'd say like 3 to like I don't know. 15 is when you get like the capstone abilities for most of your subclasses, so I basically agree. Some of them get it at 14.
That's when you should probably start considering wrapping up your adventure. Now, there are some adventures that intend you to be at max level and fit 3.5 that are actually pretty cool.
I think the only adventure that's meant for max level characters in 5th edition is from Tales from the Yawning Portal. It's the modified version of... what's that called? That super hard dungeon that was made literally to just mulch player characters. Is it Tomb of Annihilation, or is that the fucking...
Tomb of Horrors.
Tomb of Horrors. There's a retooled version of Tomb of Horrors for 5th edition in Tales from the Yawning Portal. I think that's the only one that's designed for level 20 PCs. Yeah, Ethio, it's literally, like, the first levels are only good for, like, teaching people. So, our DM for Curse of Strahd is starting us out with one of the mini adventures from Von Richten's Guide to Ravenloft. Starting us at level 2, and then leveling us up to level 3 before we start the main adventure.
I am not in a good position for a boss fight.
You know what I think would be a better position for you?
Let me guess, it's gonna be something lewd.
You don't even have to guess, you already know.
Yes, I already know. Evil Foxer.
I am Evil Boxer. I am Evil Boxer.
Okay, I'm just going, don't finish that!
Oh, don't worry, I'm gonna finish Lorgans in a minute.
What?
What?
Have I considered getting good? I think that's the wrong game for this dude.
Oh no! Generic worm burrowing wormy boss. We've never seen this in a Zelda game.
Seen it in so many Zelda games.
You could
The
say
best
it really
one-
wormed its way in.
I'd say that Mulgara is the best one. Twin mold's pretty cool though if you go in with the giant mask. I can't believe my boyfriend is so good at the Lorgan of Zelda.
I suck at it.
I say that and then you fucking die on my screen. Thanks for thanks for undermining me.
Not my fart. I don't have the fart.
It's not my fault.
I don't have the fucking bug net.
Well, not to toot my own horn, but it's not my fault.
You're all dorks.
I'm not a whale's penis, thank you very much.
Really? It hurts by touching it? What the fuck?
I like that these statues kind of vaguely look like Ojama Green.
I don't even know who that is.
It's a Yu-Gi-Oh card. There were a bunch of Ojama cards, and my favorite one was the one that we always used to refer to as Barack Ojama.
That sounds horrible.
We used to call it Barack Ojama, it was great. Ojamas are these horrible little gremlin things that run around in sparkly red Speedos. They're really disturbing.
Really? I'm tired of this diagonal hit me with dirt attack. I'm just so bad at it. What? It just came out of fucking nowhere that time.
You may need to just collect more heart containers.
The downside is I'm stubborn and I have to walk all the way fucking back to the dungeon if I do that. Probably because I try to rush it is the problem. A speedrunner I am not. You know, if you call him a teacup wuff, there kind of are some weird implications there. He goes in teacups.
Who did? I totally blanked.
I started a poll.
Well, I don't know, can you? I'm not gonna beat this shit. Acquiesce.
Well, I want my fucking money back. This isn't what I didn't pay for.
Money? What money?
This isn't what I didn't pay for. I want a fucking refund.
Oh, I'm neither. There's the easy answer.
You are both. Anyways, I need to crawl into bed.
I
Okay,
probably should
so
sleep
bad.
too.
Yay. Lorgans, come here. Lorgans. Mwah! Smooch the Avali. And then pat 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 the teacup pup.
There we go. There's your pole, silly. Is he teacup? Rolled my number. Why are you saying no? You're a teacup.
They're cute.
I didn't say a cutie or a, I didn't say cutie or a teacup pup. I said a good pupper or a teacup pup. Or both.
Whatever. Close enough.
This is a very good pupper. Petus, do you prefer good pupper or good boy? Because I say good pupper because gender neutral.
Yeah, that's fine.
Here in T-Fox world, we respect people's chosen identities.
Come on, I didn't even get hit, but I shouldn't have even been in the way to get hit by that.
All I can think of now is, remember in Harry Potter when Dumbledore refers to Voldemort as Tom Riddle? This is actually a clever reference to the fact that J.K. Rowling does not respect people's chosen identities.
What else is there?
At the beginning of Up, Ellie has to smash their vacation fund to pay for Carl's healthcare. This is actually a clever reference to the fact that the American healthcare system is a fucking joke.
You already know that. I haven't tried. Finally killed it! Fucking son of a bitch! It was... I suppose I can let you.
I'm gonna
Lamb.
bounce.
Lamb.
Oh,
Weren't paying attention, were you?
I'm here now.
Silly bean. There we go. Got that. Alrighty. I've been mostly just doing 2 dungeons per Zelda. Probably call it a
Alright.
Great to talk with you.
There we go. Save the game.
I mean,
Alright.
you beat a game and you also did 2 additional dungeons, so I think you met your quota twice.
Probably. See here. So let's go ahead and see who is streaming. Who is in need of a nice little raid? We shall find out. Who we got? Who we got? Meow. Meow kitty. Meow. Let's check furry watch. Meow 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 meow. Kitty kitty. Kitty kitty. Kitty kitty.
Is that what you call your boyfriend?
No. It's actually a little kitty rat. This is my cat. She's saying hi. Pick me up, pet me. That's what she's saying. Oh, I guess Titus is officially a cutie teacup. The people have spoken.
You mean the one person that voted 35 times?
One person that vote. Oh, holy shit, T-Fox. God damn, I just noticed that. Oh, good fucking god. That's funny.
10,500 votes just to prove their point. Okay.
Well, if that's what they want to do with their points. Right, I'm not really seeing too much interest in for rating today, so I have to look a little bit in a different place. You know what, we're just going to double down on the Zelda today. Well, triple down, I guess. This is probably going to be like, first you came from one place, came to here for another Zelda game, let's go for yet another Zelda game, and just kind of snowball this shit. Why not? So, if you want to see where our community is, it's the Discord here. And you can also see what kind of weird bullshit I'm talking about, or things like that, on Twitter, occasionally. So, let's see here. Alright. So, let's go ahead and give our next person a hearty E. Because why not?
E.
Like, I don't normally raid people who have more than 20 viewers typically, but I think in this case I'm going to make an exception to just keep the Zelda ball rolling. So, here we go. Go say hi to Gamer Wolf and boop him on the nose. Because, you know, wolves just kind of have this intrinsic boop me here button.
Oh.
Yes, you do. You're adorable. Precious type. Alright, here we go. 3, 2, 1, and raid. Bye-bye!
Thank you for having me.
Yes, I'm always happy to have you, Titus.
What the heck? Oh, you were doing. Oh my
Oh,
goodness! You were doing
did you
Link to the
want to
Past.
hear
You can
about
randomized or vanilla.
how I swindled an entire party?
And Ethio, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the game pack. I'll have you with us. Welcome on
By
in.
being a bard.
Vanilla. Ooh, nice. First time then. Oh, congrats on beating Link's Awakening on Switch. Congrats, buddy. Way to go. You rage credits. Oh, well, okay. Turtle Rock is a bit of a pain, I will admit.
Is this playing?
However, I can if you need some help.
Oh, he's
Turtle
playing a
Rock,
randomizer.
I can definitely help you, buddy. But dude,
Bro.
thank you so much for bringing the raid over here.
Give me just a moment. Sorry if I'm not so talkative while I'm doing this.
I greatly
Well,
appreciate